you are bringing yourself to these roles. We don't completely shut off and then, we're not there. We're there, and you're exercising and you're accessing different parts of your personality, different parts of your pain, different parts of your joy, and trying to find where you and this character meet. And sometimes you're reaching for things that are out there beyond you that you're trying to scaffold to, and other times you're like, that's a little too close. Can we not do that beat right now? But if you're really honest, and I think all of us probably have a good relationship with the writers that we're working with, that
Absolutely.
you're in a conversation. It's not just like they stick it all on the page and go say all of that. You're always in a conversation, and when you're in that conversation, you're trying to get to the best iteration of what that thing is. So you are bringing yourself to these moments, and that's when it sings. I mean, my writers are perfectly happy for me to improv a scene, and they go, "That's good. That was better. Move on." Best answer wins.
I know. I have to ask. What were the moments when it's too close and it's I don't know?
Well, it's funny. I've done it, and it's in talking about the too closeness is not just. There's other people that it affects, so sometimes I don't talk about it because it's very personal. Mm-hmm. But I have had more than one instance in jobs that I'm working on where you're like, why is this storyline happening? That's also happening in my life that these people didn't know anything about.
Oh, interesting.
This is something that I'm getting to work through and getting to play with these other great collaborators around me. That's really something that I'm dealing with in my personal life.
Yeah.
And
there's a synchronicity.
It very, very often happens to me, I've found in my work. And you're going, what am I pulling toward me? It's not just that things are out there for you to go get. A lot of times these things are kind of coalescing around you and you're like, wow, did I pull that in so that I could work through this in some way? And it just feels like that a lot of times. So I always feel like there's a lot of me in whatever
you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing.
I've heard you say that your showrunners sort of take storylines or jokes and they take it as far as it could possibly go, and then you sort of rein them in and you say, you can say that.
If you're on camera, you could say that joke. You want to come in and do that one? I gotta walk around in the face of that. No, I'm not doing that.
Can you give us some examples of that and where your line is?
And ruin it right now?
Yeah, let's give it a Seth and Evan.
Set your career on fire. No, they just push hard, and I think they do it because you don't really know where the line is sometimes until you've stepped over it, and then you go, oh, that was the line. I guess we're over here now. But I think that the protection is always that the joke is always on the people that are saying the line. It's not, we're not making fun of the people that are the subject of it. It's that these people are so blind they have no self-awareness that they are hilarious because they're trying to process this through their prism of blindness. And that's why they are hilarious, They're the people who are the joke. Both of the writers are Jewish, and they like to throw in some anti-Semitic jokes, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. You can say that one. I'll make up the black joke that we're gonna play with. You stay off of that one. Yeah.
Another thing that happens in your show is a tremendous amount of drugs, of cocaine, and I remember hearing Seth Rogen, one of your producers, say that cocaine in the 80s is much funnier than cocaine today.
Correct.
A, why? And B, what are the sort of unexpected challenges of playing high? And I'm guessing there's other people at this table who have...
Oh, yeah.
I'm so blasted right now.
I didn't mean now, I meant...
You're freaking me the fuck out. Can we move on?
You look like a talking sponge.
That's why this came up.
Yeah. Sure. Sorry.
No, it's I think it's funny then because we're here and we can see where it's headed and going, that's not going to work out well for you. I know you think now that this is brilliant juice, but it's not going to work out.
It drove the industry.
Exactly.
Man,
I know people that were, when I started, I'm not going to say who in the show, but they were getting their per diem in coke.
Yeah.
The prop truck was where you got
go?
cocaine.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What?
Absolutely.
I'm not trying
And
to be a
now it's
square,
services,
but my God, I feel like I have a half a glass of wine and I worry about call the next morning.
know.
Like I'm such a loser.
It
And
was
I hear
just the culture.
You got to
it
be
was just
deep
like,
into
do
the
it.
addiction to actually be able to handle it.
Yeah, that's
You'll get there, kid.
But what about playing it on screen?
There's hope for you.
Is that
You'll get there.
fun, easy, or is that harder than...
It's you're kind of wired already, and the B12 doing it over and over again, it can kind of get you on
That's what you take?
Approximating
what it
the
is?
high. Yeah, or Coke.
Or actual Coke, one of the
Like
two.
Jim said, if you're already there and your tolerance is so high that you need a little help, then you know you get a
Powdered
little help.
elephant tusk.
Exactly.
That line you were talking about.
That's the line.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
I just stepped
It's
over.
back there.
And it's about that thick, and it's a rail. It's not actually a rail.
Hey, I'm Don Cheadle.
Hi, I'm Ted Danson.
Hello, I think I'm Sacha Baron Cohen.
And I want to thank you for watching
Thank you for watching the Hollywood Reporter Roundtables on YouTube.
On YouTube.
right here on YouTube.